You can really help your children to understand the relationship between some of the common fractions and how they're expressed in percentages and in decimals. So, for example, if you could work with your children to understand that 1/10 is the same as 10% and exactly the same as 0.1, that would be fabulous. A quarter is the same as 25% and it's exactly the same as 0.25. A half is the same as 50% and that's the same as 0.5. And 3/4 is the same as 75%, which is exactly the same as 0.75. And one of the ways that you can show your child this is to draw a cake and colour in the segments of the cake so that they can understand, particularly if you divide the cake into 10 slices and then show what a tenth looks like and what a quarter of the cake looks like, what a half the cake looks like, and what 3/4 of the cake looks like when it's coloured in. This circle has 10 slices and each slice is exactly the same size. You can see that one slice has been shaded, so that means 1/10 of the circle has been shaded because it's 1 out of 10 slices. If I want to shade 2/10 of the circle, then I'm going to shade 2 slices out of the 10, and that is 2/10. But what I'm really interested in doing next is actually making sure that I've got 1/4 of the circle shaded. And so to do that, I've got to actually draw a line halfway through the third slice, and then that will be shaded. And so now 2.5 of the slices are shaded, and that is actually 1/4 of the circle. If I want to keep going and shade half the circle, I'll make sure that 5 of the slices, 5 out of 10, are actually shaded in. 5 out of 10 is actually the same thing as 1/2. If I now want to keep shading the circle so that 3/4 is shaded, I've got to shade another 2.5 slices to make it up to 3/4. So I shade 2 slices and then I make half of a slice and I shade that, and now I have shaded 3/4 of this circle because I have actually shaded 7.5 slices.